Oh yeah, part two, finally. Let's get into this Jane with RockinWorms. This is sample number 5, castings from an active grow bin. All right, we got some live castings. These looked amazing. And there's no rehydration here. They're right out of the little container she sent them in. And right away I see 2 nematodes, but I'm more interested right here. EPS, extracellular polymeric substance. That is the glue that binds the aggregates. These are at the end of the day, you can see clearly all these little dots, these little bacteria gluing themselves to each other and organic matter and just pretty much anything in their path that's in front of them. They protect themselves this way. At the end of the day, you're going to have, you see all the holes. It's porous. It allows for water, air to flow through. This is what makes soil fluffy. There's even a test date there. I wonder if the test date is underneath or above. But all the same, they communicate through something called quorum sensing. And maybe I'll get into that another time. So we're already looking good. Look at that. Jeez, look at this field of view, guys. Nematode galore. I have an Arcella right in the middle. This is one field of view. And this is pre-recorded, so I've seen this sample. I'm editing this video, otherwise we can be here. This is an hour-long video, each sample at least 40 minutes. But just so much life in here, in her castings. This is not common. I mean, her protocols, again, I can speak on Jane all day long. I think Jane is awesome. We've become friends. She's a great person, and look at this little ciliate, maybe flagellate, ciliate probably, but I didn't zoom into that. I wish I had. And then I jump over, and then just more action. I mean, look at this, more nematodes, another little ciliate, Arcella on the right. Phenomenal. Just really good castings. That is a trichome. If you've ever touched a leaf that's got this little bite to it, or like sandpaper, these are the little trichomes, and these things will hold on to drops of water. They'll work to protect the leaf from bugs, which is really cool. That's what they look like. Little ciliate at the bottom, just tearing stuff up. I should have zoomed in on him. I'm at 400 here actually. 400 time magnification. But the bacteria in the background, everything's just, this is what a casting looks like. This is what a very good casting looks like. Zoomed out, back to 100 time magnification. I mean, come on, every field of view. And then you've got this rotifer just cruising around. I slowed this down because all this happened quickly. And then jump over to this guy. So again, sample number 5, active grow up bin. There's a test date right up top there. Take note of the color of the water. It's just got this light brown fulvic presence to it, which is very important. Aggregation everywhere. You see all these little colonies of bacteria just gluing themselves. Nematode after nematode after nematode. I can sit here just so redundant. This is a beautiful looking Arcella. Look at that. That is a nice clean shot. That is an amoeba. I don't know if it's still living in there, but yeah, great sample. I think I jump over to sample number 9 now. And sample number 9 is coffee grounds aged on her patio. So take a look at this. You want to see, I'm remembering this here. I mean, I'm gonna start leaving coffee grounds outside. I mean, I have some actually, but look how many nematodes are in the coffee grounds. And I remember when I was reviewing these castings, because I have my notes. I saw just this massive amount of nematodes, and there's actually some, I mean, every field of view here. Crazy. In coffee grounds, but I didn't notice a lot of the other biology that you normally would notice, i.e., testate amoebas. I did see Arcella in here, and that explains why. So I wonder if that's a thing. I'm gonna start looking at my coffee grounds that are. I have some coffee grounds that have been sitting out there for quite a while. But wow, just simple coffee grounds, and I think she might get them from Starbucks. I think Starbucks has this ground for garden program. But you can't go wrong here. Look at this. So then she's taking this and then she's feeding it to her worms. Then her worms are going to go after all this biology. Let's not even talk about the nitrogen. And there are some fat nematodes in these coffee grounds too. I have that on my note here. I called it fat sample actually because I saw a lot of chunky fat nematodes in this sample, which I found pretty interesting. But at this point, at some level, it's already breaking itself down, and you've got organic matter obviously everywhere. And I mean, look at this, dude. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could go on for days. I need to keep these videos shorter, otherwise I'll be here for 2 hours. Boring, everyone. So my takeaway here is, man, leave your coffee grounds out in the patio. Let them collect some biology. This explains why I didn't see any fungi, any mycelium or hyphae. So once they get moved over to the bin, or actually she pre-composts. So then she goes and she pre-composts this. I don't know, Jane. Jump in the comments. Do you feed your worms straight coffee grounds? Because you probably can at this point. But I believe she will use them and then go through her pre-compost protocol, which explains why she's got like 1,000 nematodes per field of view. I'm exaggerating, but, and again, take note, even this has a light brown fulvic. Dark brown is humic acid. Look at this. Coffee grounds. Wow. Aged coffee grounds. I wonder how long they were aged for. I have some out there that have been out there for quite a while. They're in a bag, though. I guess it doesn't matter. That's not going to stop nematodes. Anyway, so this is sample number 5 and sample number 9. Jane, you do not disappoint, not even with your coffee grounds. Great stuff. Thanks for sharing and thanks for sending these samples.